This season on Sailing the Space Between, we take some time to ourselves to taste the cruising life and get her ship shape for our next charter season. If this current crazy world has made you want to sail away with us, check out our website, SAILTSB.com, for more info. And you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and bell. It doesn't cost you a dime, and at the pace we put out videos, it won't annoy you either. This is going to be badly.
So somehow I left her safety sensors on, and she just doesn't want to be caught.
Are you okay?
Now that was graceful, but at least I didn't take a drone to the face.
She's okay. She just claps the leg in. Are you okay?
So my love of the Mantis bridal, what do you call it, keeper, has just hit a new low. I already have to try to meander it with a stupid pair of needle nose pliers because I don't have enough hand strength to get that rubber piece, especially when it's wet, to clasp onto the little nut thing. But now it comes up sideways when you're pulling up the anchor, and so it won't, I think that's how it got cut before, because it comes up sideways against the chain, where the metal stainless steel basically chainway goes through. So when it comes up sideways, you have to go back down with the chain and then put your hand down there and turn it and have him bring up the chain. Well, we did that and it got turned again, and my hand was down in there and it smushed the side of my hand against the boat and the Mantis thing until I yelled at Scott to put back down the chain. So, not my favorite thing in the world, but it does hold. So there's that. But yeah, something needs to be reconfigured some way because that hurt badly. Not sure where we are, but it's pretty.
Well, where we were is we had left Spanish Wells to cross over. We went down to Shoal Island, but we decided to go ahead and drop anchor here for the night. It was a really neat anchorage. But first we had to shoot this little gap right here. It was pretty narrow, but it carried its depth pretty well.
There's definitely some reef material. I see color. We're going so slow. What's the depth now? Okay.
We were pushing a 4.5 knot head current though, so it made it easy to creep up in there and go nice and slow, and we still had plenty of control of the boat. If you look closely right here though, you can see the bottom, but you gotta remember, that's still 12 feet below us.
Forward, now we're moving through there about 1.5 knots to 2. Now we're doing 757.
Yeah, there was quite, you can see it. Quite the little eddy.
I still have throttle left.
I was gonna say, what was your RPMs?
What it is now, about 18.
Oh, okay. Put some paracord on the tail end of it so I can reach down while it is not moving and grab the cord and guide it up by holding the end of a piece of string instead of putting my hand down there again, because that won't be happening. Well, we have found our anchorage for the night. This is Current Island, and there is quite the current. Perfect. just put the head sail away because wind died down even more. But oh, there's a starfish! You can see straight to the bottom. There's another starfish. You see it? See it? There's another starfish.
But it was a short run down through the balmy fields and straight over into Allen's Key.
So yeah.
Allen's has a nifty little anchoring spot right back in through here. You just have to shoot between the two sandbars, and you'll probably be alone back there.
Follow the wire, and it usually leads to this man.
So I guess it's time to wire those underwire lights and see how they turned out.
That guy.
Yep.
Can you go over on and see if you can
See where it's coming?
do this?
Let's see, shall we? Look at this. Yep. Yep.
30.
Is that a setting or is it going to the music?
I don't even know how to do the music,
Mm.
so. And I think it has to be streaming from my phone.
Oh, that makes sense.
The next morning, it was time to head out exploring, and the first little island we hit was Allen's. Allen's is home to the famous Bahamian rock iguana. They are protected here, and for the most part, not afraid of humans. Now, while they ask you not to feed them, it doesn't stop them from them thinking that you have food.
Y'all know what a camera
When you don't have food, they pretty much go the other way. But when they think your GoPro might be food, well, nothing to eat here. But they are very beautiful animals, and they can swim like nobody's business. And some of these out islands are awesome. You never know what you're going to find out here. But now it's time to head out and head south. Headed down to Norman's Island. I stand behind my sayings. The water out here in the Bahamas
So clear.
is some of the most beautiful water I've seen in the world.
A little undaunting when you got that headed straight for you. Oh, breaking speed.
Technically, he's supposed to stand down by over.
He just turned a little bit.
So we made about an hour and 45-minute run from Allen's down to Norman's.
So that behind me is Norman's. Norman's Key, right? We're pulling around this way. All those boats are to pull around the back side of it. It is an absolutely beautiful day. Balmy, I would say 78 degrees. Water says it's 84. And it's super clear, super flat, super sunny. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day. Thanks, Felicia. So, I guess they were doing a drive-by? They just came up, I don't know, say within 6 feet of us and kept on cruising. Royal Bahamian Police. I don't know that I've ever seen a Bahamas police boat before. There's this Bolero boat we keep running into. First saw 'em in Chub, then again in Spanish, and now here in Norman's.
So as you're pulling in the harbor to Norman's, there's all kinds of places to anchor. You can anchor right by the plane and snorkel on that, or you can tuck back here in the hull, or you can even go up in on the backside of Norman's Cut if there's no easterlies. But I like to drop the hook right here on the shelf. It's a strong current, but great holding.
So we just strapped the GoPro to the anchor to set it down in this beautifulness, capture a hopefully epic shot, and we're turning.
There's only one way, right?
All at once. So this man's got to dive in. It's 84 degrees. It should be good, right?
Sure do.
To go fetch it. And we're turning. It's a hard 90. And success?
Huh?
Success?
What?
Success.
Yeah.
All right. One GoPro retrieved.
Norman's is a great place to go exploring. You can hit the sand beaches up on the north side for shells and sand dollars. You can go out to the reefs where there's a ton of wildlife. You can even dive on the C-46 that's sitting in about 8 feet of water. But if you really, really want to enjoy Norman's, do a little history checking. Norman's was the stronghold for Carlos Later. Back in the 1970s, he was one of the cocaine cowboys that ran drugs to and from America. But the island was really made famous in a little movie with Johnny Depp called Blow. Give it a watch. But Norman's has a little bit for everybody, so make sure you just get out and explore the island. You can literally spend the whole day here just wandering around all these little islands out here. But then make sure you go and snorkel on the C-46. Yes, I said C-46. A lot of people think this is a DC-3, which was the C-47, but it's not. This is a C-46 Comanche. This was the predecessor to the DC-3's C-47. And I won't spoil it for you, but how it got here, well, there's the drug lore version, and then there's what actually happened. There's a great book, Buccaneer, Odyssey of Jack Reed, Adventurer, Drug Smuggler, and Pirate Extraordinaire. It's a good read. Look it up. The plane sits in about 8 to 10 foot of water, depending on the tide, and it's a real great snorkel spot. It's full of plenty of tropical fish, and if you even stick your head under a wing or two, you may find the occasional nurse shark. For a bird that's been sitting in the salt water since the late 70s, it's pretty well preserved. Don't forget to join us next time as we jump the dinghy over the rapids and run Mangrove Creek. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe buttons. They're free.